Hi, and welcome to another edition of All Around Town. My name is Roger Wilson, and I'm the Director of Government Affairs and Public Policy. Today's guest is the mayor from Emmitsburg, Don Briggs. Welcome, Don.
Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you. This is your second time on the show.
It is.
So you should be a veteran of it.
Well, I am in a sense, but it's always a pleasure to come
Yes,
out here.
Good. So Emmitsburg, where is Emmitsburg?
We're at the northern edge of the county, off US 15. We're about a mile and a half from the Pennsylvania border, and we have a population about 2,900. We serve the university, Mount St. Mary's University.
Mount St. Mary's. Mm-hmm.
We also provide the water and sewer for the FEMA installation, Homeland Security, that's right there in town, and also the Basilica, where Elizabeth Ann Seton is the first American saint is entombed. And,
Oh, very good.
so we have a lot of tourists coming in, a lot of work people going there, and it's on the way to skiing or wherever over in Carroll Valley. So we have a lot of flow of traffic there in the winter there, but. It's a great place to live, farming community basically, and now it's trying to work its way into the changes that are necessary for the 21st century. What do you do with a small town? How do you do it? And all these other things that are so fantastic. I think the Mount employs about 500 people, FEMA about 750 if you can include the contractors, another 300 at the daughters. So. There's a lot of people work there, and but most of our people live there, go the other way, go south and for employment.
To work.
Yeah. But FEMA's a $42 million budget up there, and it's really pretty interesting. Yeah.
So what's the population in Emmitsburg?
2,900.
2,900. Yeah. And are you seeing any growth in that population?
We are now. They're starting to open up the projects again that we started, the building projects we have. We have about 100 lots that could be developed and in town, and that stopped in 2008. So we're kind of really excited with that coming back. We've had Dollar General came into town. That was a big breakthrough, and we have a wonderful food store, the Trout family, and they run the Jubilee there. And it's just a wonderful place to live. We have paths everywhere through the park. We walk, and basketball courts, tennis courts, and pavilions, and it's a very outdoor. And one of our commissioners, Commissioner O'Donnell, started a bike trail through some of our mountain ground, and that right now I think it has a rating that's maybe #1 in the state. If you want to go biking up the mountains, you can hike them and you can ride horses on them too. He's done a wonderful job on that.
So it's a lot of activities sound like that's going on in Emmitsburg. I'm often up there, and you're right. I totally agree with you. Emmitsburg is a beautiful place to live and work. So what are the projects that are going on?
Right now we are, when I came into the office in 2011, I was driving for Take Back the Square. It was becoming, we have a lot of traffic from Pennsylvania coming through town, and it was becoming more like an on-ramp for 15. And so they wanted to speed it up, get the traffic through. But my approach has been to slow it down. If it's slower, and pedestrians can take it back. They can come downtown. We have a square in Emmitsburg. Frederick has an intersection they call a square, but we actually have a square, and we're capitalizing on that. So I went to the state, and a former Secretary of Transportation, he helped me out on this, Mr. Lighthouser, because we were hitting a wall and getting money for this project. But he opened the door, and a wonderful gentleman, and helped us out. And we've got $3.5 million worth of new sidewalks it's under construction now. Started about 2 months ago.
And that's on Jameson Street?
No, it runs all the way. It's going to run from all the way to the west, connect to the new intersections out west that have never been connected to town, and open it up and go all the way out to the bridge project, which has a sidewalk component. The Flat Run Bridge is whatever that is, $3 or $4 million. The state is redoing that bridge, and
so that's the Flat Run Bridge. That would be bicycle and pedestrian component to that?
Right, yeah, and that'll link from there. We'll link the whole town east to west, and then we made connections concentrically from our park in downtown. We made tied in. You know, this is missing, that's missing. Let's put a sidewalk here. We made about 9 sidewalks connections, and another one for Brookfield, one of the newer subdivisions, so they can get out the back. They have a back door instead. When it was ski season, they could never come out and make a left turn to come downtown. But now we opened it up when I first got in office, and they can they have an escape route. If they want to get downtown, they go out the back door. So we have a dog park we're working on. We needed we need a little bit more money, so we are going for a second grant, and we're hoping to get that. It's a $20,000 grant we've applied for. We have a swimming pool is 40-some years old, and we thought we could repair it, but no way. It's almost a new pool we're putting in. It'll be open next spring, summer season.
Oh, wow. So you're putting in a new pool. So what are the kids doing during the summertime now?
Well, we have a relationship. One of our commissioners work with Waynesboro, and if people want to go over and use their pool, they can. And that's a little distance from us, maybe 10 miles, but
10 miles.
But it's available. And you know, they just have to. Everybody's being wonderful up there. I mean, they miss the pool. They really miss it. And flagmen in town, every you know, just it's really roughed up there in the morning. But you know, we had to close the square down for one day while they dug a whole 8-foot hole down the middle. But they did it in one day. We did it on a Friday night and set up all the whole weekend, so it wasn't too bad. But
so I would imagine everyone is going to be very excited once it reopens. So what is the expected date?
we should finish with the sidewalks their outside date is next spring, 2018. And the outside date on the bridge and their component with sidewalks is like November of 2018. When you get in a creek or waterway, the Chesapeake Bay starts coming into it, and maybe some native trout. So you have to. It's very delicate work how you once you get in the stream. So it takes a long time, but they're not disrupting traffic that much. There still always seems to be 2 lanes of traffic unless they're unloading, but. Everything's to be going well. We got dog park, pool, sidewalk, all new sidewalks, and then we did the sidewalks last year, north and south on Seaton. So it's starting to strut right now. We're gonna have a square. It's gonna be brick. And we have a clock, 4-face clock that the Mount gave us. Oh. Dr. Powell, who's now the president down at St. John's Prep down here, is kind enough to extend that to us. It has the Mount's name on it, and Emmitsburg. That's being stored right now, but it'll really look good down there, and it's gonna be terrific.
Well, it sounds like a lot of activities are ongoing. I'm sure that you are also excited about getting this green award from the state of Maryland. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, we are, and it was such a tough education piece on this. I mean, I'm embarrassed at meetings and going through it and people saying this and everything like that. And but it's gotten to the point where we have a whole staff that's so fired up on doing green things. They keep coming up now with green ideas. And we hired Maddie Shaw, the University of Maryland graduate, and she lives over in Woodsboro, and she's our town clerk. And she's really likes this, and our town manager is Kathy Willitson. She really likes it, and our planner Sue Sipperly's really enjoys it. So we're going after everything. We've just put in an algae control that's solar powered up at our Rainbow Lake, our pond, a lake up there, and that saves us condition. You have to condition it. When it comes out, the water comes out of an outdoor source like that, even though it's out of the mountain, there's algae in it. So we used to take 1,000,002 gallons of water to condition this, and once it's conditioned, it goes out the other side of your your system, and we've cut that in half. And what that means, and you also had to use some chemicals. Our chemicals are reduced. the waste of water is in half. 600,000 gallons we're saving, which means we've created 82 to 85 water taps. I mean, in this desperate time for water taps that are recognized by the state and everything, it's and it saves money. And we just got a grant for $221,000 to redo our pumping station and out the wastewater treatment plant, and it'll only save us about $6,000, but hey, it saves us $6,000.
Yes,
and we have a Power Star thing out there that's from England that no other municipality or government has in this country. There are about 6,000 of them over there, but we've done that, and it's really that's saving us about $5,000 or $6,000. So we're just testing that, see if we ought to put it in somewhere, and we finally got our audit on what the solar. What does it do? Does it cost you money? And we had somebody challenge us on that, and then we finally had it completely done. We save $72,000 a year in electricity bills. Even though we pay a little higher rate than we get rid of all those above line charges, and it's so we're really we're really doing it. And staff is terrific. We got terrific staff. I mean, it really is good.
So let me sum this up now. So you have an election coming up?
Right.
All right. And when is that?
That'll be the end of September.
End of September? Okay.
September, yes.
All right. And when are your town meetings?
Our town meetings are the first Monday of each month, unless there's something really unusual like a Labor Day, and then it'll move to a Tuesday, or something like that.
Very good.
Or the 4th of July or something like that.
Very good. Hey, thanks again for coming in and talking to us. You're doing great things there in Emmitsburg. Thank you for your leadership, sir.
My pleasure. Thank you for the time, sir.
Yeah.
Very great.
Well, that wraps up the show for this time. I look forward to seeing you all around town.